Game one for the Wizards and the Pacers. Paul George and Indy looked like maybe they got it together in that Game 7 win over Atlanta, but Trevor Ariza got off the bus feeling it.
And I don't understand, Matt, because I don't care how quick the turnaround is. If you know that this is what Trevor Ariza does best, you cannot let him do it. And you can't let him get comfortable. 5 for 5, and he was feeling it, like you said, in the first half. Got them off to a great start.
Well, we know it. We're sitting here on the desk. I had to think it was on the scouting report as well for the Pacers.
That's what I mean. They're just so fragile. They're so fragile when the game gets tough. It's like they aren't as focused as they once were.
Larry Bird's had that look on his face a lot lately. Third quarter, Roy Hibbert called for the foul underneath. That's his fourth. Spent the rest of the third quarter watching right there. Played under 18 minutes in this game, 0-0 for Hibbert. Wizards dominating. Ariza knocks down the three. That was his sixth and final attempt. And make Ariza to Marcin Gortat. That was their last bucket of the quarter. They've missed their last 11. So an opportunity for the Pacers, who go on a 10-0 run. And there were moments here in the third and into the fourth where it looked like Indiana could still pull this thing off. David West knocks down a jumper. He had 15 and 12 for Indiana.
Here's what we talked about, Matt, with Bradley Beal taking over at the point guard position. He did some good things. This turnover really increased Indiana's chances of coming back. You thought maybe they'd build on this momentum. You could see Lance Stephenson scrapping behind the back to Paul George to get the three-point play, but he would come back with some big-time plays.
And that was Indiana's last made bucket for 7 minutes of game time. And Beal has an answer.
Yeah, there you go.
Play right there.
You know, Indiana, they just never were in sync the entire game. It highlighted the fact they don't have a great facilitator. They seem to be losing confidence a little bit in Hill, and Stevenson just didn't play as well as he could, turning the ball over far too much.
Pacers turned it over 13 times compared to just 16 assists. Drew Gooden.
Huge tip-ins, Matt, momentum breakers. You know, Pacers think they got to stop. Drew Gooden gets 2 tips and gets that one.
12 and 13 in under 18 minutes of work out of Gooden. Breakaway here. And it's Beal, fouled by Hibbert. That's his 5th. He missed the first and airballs the second. He can be forgiven. He had 20.
That must have slipped. He's a great shot.
Pacers make it interesting late. Hibbert misses the wide open jumper. They had chances. Skolin, no.
Yeah, but Matt, when you play this poorly all game long and you're thinking, if we could only just make all these baskets down the stretch, it ain't happening. You have to play perfect, and perfection doesn't come in 5 minutes' time. It's a process to play perfect.
That's what scares me about them, is their sense of urgency should have came a month and a half ago, not at the end of game 1 of the second round.
First second-round playoff win for the franchise since 1982. Going back to the Bullets days from 32 seasons ago. Washington only shot 41.7% for the game, but they dominated from start to finish.